ahead. Familiar sounds are fading softly, like old conversations left unsaid. A different color fills the evening, a different wind begins to rise, and every distant line is calling with undiscovered skies. Something opens in the silence, like a door I've never seen, between the place I used to stand and the place I'm meant to be. Liminal shorelines, where the old world meets the new. Every step becomes a signal, leading me to something true. Liminal shorelines, neither lost nor fully found, just a heart learning how to follow the beauty of unfamiliar ground. Changing colors, changing skies, a new reflection in my eyes. Lantern shadows drift behind me, along the pathways I once knew. But every mile ahead is glowing, with possibilities breaking through. The air feels wider than before, the distance feels alive somehow, like every unanswered question is becoming clearer now. Something opens in the silence, like a door I've never seen, between the place I used to stand and the place I'm meant to be. No need for certainty, no need for signs. The future arrives one moment at a time. Every ending leaves a spark to illuminate a different path, different path. Liminal shorelines, where the old world meets the new. Every step becomes a signal, leading me to something true. Liminal shorelines, neither lost nor fully found, just a heart learning how to follow the beauty of unfamiliar ground. Every page keeps turning forward, every door redraws the view, and the person I'm becoming feels a little closer to. The last light settles on the distance, the night unfolds in shades of blue, and somewhere beyond the threshold, a new horizon waits in view. One more step forward into the color I don't know. Morning gathers on the rooftops, spilling cobalt through The light moves through a different story, a different view. Window reflections catch the daylight in fragments of sapphire and gold, like 1,000 tiny promises waiting patiently to unfold. Every road becomes an invitation, every turn reveals a sign, and the weight I carry yesterday feels lighter with the passing time. I can feel the moment shifting, like a current underneath, pulling every hidden question from the shadows into reach. The answer isn't written, the answer isn't planned. Sometimes the heart discovers, but the mind can't understand. Every open doorway, every changing hue leads a little farther into something new. Threshold of blue, standing where the sky unfolds, with one foot in the memory and one beyond the known. Threshold of blue, every fear begins to fade as the future paints its colors across the choices that I've made. Every dream becomes a lantern, every hope becomes a guide, and the path ahead keeps shining with possibility inside. The evening gathers quiet colors along a slowly brightening view, and somewhere past the edge of certainty, I walk into the blue. I can see it forming just beyond the frame. Every mile reveals a version of myself I couldn't see, hidden underneath the surface, waiting patiently for me. The city of old reflections grows smaller in the rearview glow, while unfamiliar constellations illuminate the road I chose. The distance isn't something empty, it's a canvas coming alive. Every step redraws the outline of the person inside, at the edge of becoming. I can feel the world expand like a spark turning into fire in the center of my hands, at the edge of becoming. Every doubt begins to clear, and the voice I've been discovering sounds a little stronger here. is coming alive. Every step redraws the outline of the person inside. Expand like a spark turning into fire in the center of my hands, at the edge of becoming. Every doubt begins to clear, and the voice I've been discovering sounds a little stronger here. Every lesson leaves a color. Every season leaves a trace. With quiet wonder, the stars arrange a different view, and somewhere in the growing distance, a brighter self is breaking through. Nothing is rushing. Everything arrives in time. The morning drifts through open curtains and silver patterns on the floor, and all the noise that filled my head doesn't follow anymore. The world moves with a softer rhythm than the one I used to chase, like every moment finally finding its natural resting place. I don't need every answer, I don't need to see the end. Somewhere in the space between, I learned how to trust again. Crossing quiet waters, carried by the changing tide. No longer fighting every current, no longer turning from the light. Crossing quiet waters with a calmer state of mind, watching all the scattered pieces fall gently into line. The air feels lighter, the road feels wide, the future opens on every side. Clouds are drifting over hilltops, painting shadows as they roam, and every unfamiliar pathway feels a little more like home. The distance doesn't seem so heavy, the unknown doesn't feel so far. Every small step gathers meaning, like reflections from a star. I don't need every answer, I don't need to see the end. Somewhere in the space between, I learned how to trust again. ways the heart discovers what control never could, and suddenly everything feels good. Crossing quiet waters, carried by the changing tide, no longer fighting every curve, no longer turning from the light. Crossing quiet waters with a calmer state of mind, watching all the scattered pieces fall gently into line. Every sunrise brings a lesson, every evening leaves a clue, and the road becomes much clearer when I start forcing the view. The day settles into amber, the sky softens into gray blue, and somewhere beyond the stillness, a new chapter is coming into view. A single step can redraw the whole horizon. There was a doorway in the distance I used to pass without a glance, but something in the light this morning asked me to take a chance. The weight of old familiar patterns fell away without a sound, and all the roads I never traveled suddenly felt closer now. Every moment let me hear, every turn, every disguise, like the world was quietly waiting for me to recognize. This is where change begins, not with thunder, not with fire, just a spark beneath the surface, growing higher and higher. This is where change begins, in the choices made today, every small and steady movement, carving out a different way. One new direction, one clear sign, a different future taking shape in time. The mirrors no longer hold me to the person I once knew. Every reflection seems to carry a hint of something new. The air is filled with quiet courage, the kind that doesn't need a name, only a willingness to follow the invitation of change. Every moment let me hear, every turn, every disguise, like the world was quietly waiting for me to recognize. Nothing arrives all at once, nothing blooms overnight, but every dream begins somewhere, across the slowly shifting view, and somewhere beyond the old familiar, a brighter road is breaking through. Some things arrive and some things let go. The days don't always move in straight lines. Sometimes they circle back around, like postcards carried by the wind, returning to forgotten towns. A fleeting doubt, a sudden memory, a shadow crossing through the light. But neither one can stop the morning from unfolding into sight. Every rise and every retreat has a reason of its own, and every season leaves a lesson before it's gone. Between tides, I found a steadier rhythm. Between tides, I learned to trust the distance. Not every wave is meant to carry, not every storm is meant to stay. Between tides, I found my way. The sky keeps changing, the road unwinds. Every answer arrives in time. There are chapters still unfinished and dreams still waiting to be named. But the beauty of becoming lives inside the in-between. The changing colors of the evening no longer feel like something lost. They feel like proof that every journey has a value and a cost. Every rise and every retreat has a reason of its own, and every season leaves a lesson before it's gone, 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 The water teaches patience, the wind teaches grace. The heart keeps growing at its own pace. No perfect timing, no perfect view, only the courage to keep moving through. Between times, between times, I found a steadier rhythm. Between times, I learned to trust the distance. Not every wave is meant to carry, not every storm is meant to stay. Between times, I found my way. Every ending leaves an open end, every detour leaves a sign, and the road becomes much brighter when I stop drawing every line. The evening settles into stillness, the stars emerge one after one, and somewhere beyond the shifting waters, another chapter has begun. begin. No need to hold on, no need to resist. The future isn't distant, it's already here. In every heartbeat, in every breath, in every chance I haven't taken. For more. Every dream becomes a compass. Every step becomes a spark. And the road ahead keeps glowing like a lantern in the dark. With quiet promise, the stars draw silver lines anew, and somewhere past the edge of waiting, a beautiful beginning comes into view.